Hello everybody and welcome back. This is Disneyland RBLX here, and today I'm going to be telling you about the D23 Expo from 2017 on my thoughts about what they announced for Walt Disney World Resorts in the Parks and Resorts presentation. And D23 was actually last weekend. Saturday was the big day for all the announcements. So I want to start off with the name for Star Wars Land. Now, Star Wars Land did have a show through of the land kind of like in a perspective of a person through a model that was built, and that model is probably at Disney World right now. Most likely in the One Man's Dream area, where they put the Fantasyland parts of the Fantasyland model as well. But basically, of course, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is the name for Star Wars Land. They didn't have an official name for it. They just weren't going to call themselves Star Wars Land. But anyways, it's going to open in 2019 at Disneyland and at Disney World. So both of them open at the same year. So definitely, I mean, the name wasn't a major, I wouldn't say a major announcement. Because it's just a name for a land, but I can still find it important to several people. But of course, Bob started off with making your dreams come true is who we are and what we do. And that was obviously to the start of the Parks and Resorts presentation. And there were 6,800 people that were there. Now remember, in 2021, Disney World will be celebrating their 50th anniversary, so there will be a lot of attractions arriving and new shows. Magic Kingdom currently doesn't have a nighttime parade, which they did not even announce at D23 as well, so that's something that we were all looking forward to as a possible parade change. But one thing that we did not expect was Paint the Night, originally from just the Disneyland park, is now moving to Disneyland California Adventure, where they were talking about some wires where the floats wouldn't even fit under the wires. But they even said with the Slinky, Slinky float they said it looks too tall. But we'll have to see what happens with that. But anyways, yeah, it moved from Disneyland to Disney's California Adventure, and obviously Main Street Electrical Parade was then moved to Disneyland Park, just the Disneyland Park. And I believe Disneyland's California Adventure still has their original parade there right now, so yeah. This is the announcement that I was not that excited about. This is the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Now, this, we knew where it was going when it was said, and that would be in the old... Hold on, let me get it up for you. Basically, this is the ride that's being replaced, unfortunately. The Great Movie Ride, which is the last ride that was there on opening day, is going to be closing, and that's definitely a big deal considering the fact that it's the last ride in the park in Hollywood Studios that has been open ever since opening day, which means Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster were not open on opening day. Pretty sure those came out a little later on, but it was confirmed that it would be closing on August 13th, which also we will be talking about another ride that closes on August 13th. Now for this one, the Runaway Railway doesn't even have like a history like of Steamboat Willie or something like that. That would have been, it's what we mostly expected. Most people are like, okay, why are we using the newest cartoon version? This would be the cartoon version that you currently see on Disney Channel, and they're going to try to bring it to life at the Great Movie Ride, but they also mentioned that the facade at the Great Movie Ride is going to remain. Don't know if that's true yet, because that wasn't mentioned at all by Disney Parks at all. It wasn't confirmed yet. But and some other people said it's not even the original Mickey. You know, like people were confused by the fact that it's what they said was the cartoon that is being used today. And there was actually a preview of what's expected for the ride, or something like that. I think there's a preview for it. It just kind of bugs me, though. Alright, next up, this is also... I want to talk about this one, the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. Now, this building may look a little familiar to you. That's because this is Ellen's Energy Adventure. This ride, it had dinosaur animatronics in it. I haven't been on it for quite a long time. I don't think I haven't been on it for probably 5 years, or 5 to 4 years ago. I was last on it, and it's also going to be closing August 13th. Now that's obviously, like I mentioned, that's Ellen's Energy Adventure. So why I'm also disappointed about this one. Epcot is meant to be the future world, and the world where you can learn. Okay, I'm not saying that everything at Disney needs to be learning, but it's nice to learn about different stuff, like dinosaurs, for example, like Ellen's Energy Adventure was, where you could, experience wildlife back in the days. But people said the other option that could happen with this ride is that it could somehow be the world of tomorrow. Maybe, but we're not quite thinking that's going to happen. But this is also a question of mine. Will Tower of Terror in Disney World be safe then? If this Guardians of the Galaxy ride is here, does this mean that Tower of Terror will be safe from Guardians of the Galaxy? We're hoping so, because that ride is pretty cool as well. But yeah, this ride does not match up with anything in Epcot. Epcot is the future world, not the Marvel world. Sorry for Marvel fans here, but it just doesn't match in. It would make more sense in Hollywood Studios somewhere. But then, if it would be in Hollywood Studios, that would probably be Tower of Terror. So people would probably be even more mad. But, this could have been like Horizons, if you thought of it. Horizons would have been cool to get back. I've never seen the ride before. But yeah, for big Disney fans, this is we know what it is, and it does not and we know that does not match up with Epcot. Now, sorry for Marvel fans, but most Marvel fans just like the idea of the ride, and that's fine. But just us Disney freaks here know that it does not match with Epcot. It would make more sense in Hollywood Studios. So that was another announcement, especially for the Epcot ride, that we did not want, or that us Disney freaks did not want. And if you agree with me, you can go ahead and comment down below. This one made me happy here. The France ride, of course, is going to be the Ratatouille ride, I believe, from Disneyland Paris. Now, this ride is going to be pretty cool, because I'll show you what the buggies look like. Just give me a second. So this is, I believe, in Disneyland Paris, where the Ratatouille ride is. I don't know if this is at Disney World. It might be. I don't know if they started construction. I don't think they did. But as you can see, there's the thing you go on, the ride vehicle that you go on. It's called the Ratmobile. And I don't really know the full thing on the ride. I'm not gonna watch videos for Disneyland Paris for Ratatouille ride, because I won't be surprised when I go there to Disney World when this gets released. This is gonna be a cool ride because but this is one that we expected that was gonna happen. So we saw this one coming. So there is that. Let's see what else did I miss here. Oh, yeah, see France Pavilion. It's gonna be really cool. Okay, yeah, I want to start. I want to continue with this one. Now, what's the ride called? Mission Space. Mission Space has always been known to, make you kind of sick, usually because of the film. Now, I know this was old, but the film was updated in Mission Space, which is very good. They added a third option, so that's really cool. I believe the first option and the second option remained the same. I'm pretty sure the third option maybe less jolliness, I believe. But this was an exciting announcement. I never saw this one. I never saw rumors for this one. This is basically going to be like right on top of Mission Space. The windows, there will be no windows. It's going to be screens that make it look like that you're in space. So this restaurant is going to be really cool. The meals are going to be really good. Don't know where exactly it would look like on the outside of space, Mission Space, but either way, I believe this ride's going to be I believe this restaurant's going to be really cool at the top of Mission Space. And considering the fact that it looks like you're in space. Just by the, right here, you can tell it looks like you're in space, and there is a little astronaut there, waving to people. Don't know, I'm feeling like the astronaut may actually move around and circle around, probably not waving, just probably doing different emotions, and there will probably be a 24-hour thing where they have to make 24-hour complete so that it can do different things every time it comes around, so it's not just the same exact thing every single time. But it's like you're not even looking outside and just seeing everyone walking down the street. You're just looking at space, which is really cool. Now this one people were kind of, confused about. Well, not that Tron is coming, but I'll get to that in a second. So, Tron, obviously, is going to now this one is also an exciting announcement. This one is in Disneyland Shanghai, one of the most popular rides in Disneyland Shanghai. Fortunately for Disneyland Shanghai, they fortunately don't have as many rides as the other Disney worlds and lands do. There's only one Disney World, so but their rides there, it makes Pirates was. I saw the video for it, and it is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Very cool ride for their Pirates. But let's get to Tron. So Tron is obviously a really spacious ride. There's a lot of room to still make it fit it there, and it's going to be a cool ride. It's probably going to be one of the top rated ones when it opens, so it's probably going to be the most busiest ride in probably Walt Disney World for a couple weeks, or more than that, a couple months I'd say. It's going to be a really awesome ride. I'm excited for this one. This one we saw coming, but when Tron was announced, everyone went wild. It's absolutely amazing. It's supposed to open in 2021. It's going to be really awesome. Ride itself in Shanghai looks awesome, so expect it to be the same here. Now, one thing I want to mention here, most people thought it was going to replace the Speedway. Now, I thought this too. I thought the Speedway was going to be ripped out. But on the imagery here, it shows race cars and road track, which we did not expect. And I think this is TTA. Yeah, it looks like TTA because you can tell by the vertical poles here, like that. It's all poles, so it goes in and then out. Actually, that may be a new part. I don't remember TTA going right over the track. I could just be looking at a completely different view. But yeah, the tracks are still there, so it makes it seem like it's gonna just remain there, which is unexpected. We thought it was gonna be, and there is room right here where the Tron ride is. That's actually the path to the old Toontown, which has been closed off. So yeah, of course, that means the train will go right past this, which is gonna be really cool. So you're gonna be passing. I don't know if it looks like the tracks right there. I don't remember it going. No, it doesn't go through Space Mountain. But yeah, they're gonna rip out the path to space. No, to the old Toontown, which currently is the new Fantasyland. So yeah, that's basically the plan for that. Now this one we thought was. Now this one's also cool. Did not see this one. It's a new theater. It's based off of Kansas. It's based off of a building in Kansas City. And they said, it's we aim big when it comes to celebrating milestones. This one is going to be a really cool ride. It will not ride. Oh my gosh, it's a theater. We thought it was replacing, and this is going to be down Main Street, USA. But looking at Main Street, USA, it doesn't look like there's any room for it, right? Somehow there is. I don't know where it's going to go, but apparently there's room. We were thinking it's going to go in the old theater thing, which is right when you enter Main Street, USA, off to your right side. We thought that's what was going to go, but apparently not. People said there's some other area. I don't know where it is, but we'll have to wait and see for that complete announcement for the location of the theater. Now, the Star Wars Theme Resort 2 is really cool, but it's going to be pricey. That's all we can expect right now, and it looks like you're on. I'm not a big Star Wars fan, but sorry for Star Wars fans, but it does look really cool in the inside. It looks like look at these. I think there are going to be lights, but it looks like programming, like on screens. I don't know, but it looks really cool. And then, of course, you have the space view. Your rooms are going to be down that way, I believe. The rooms also have a space view, but the bed is facing right at that view. So if you feel a little bit, I don't know if this, yeah, let's just not talk about that. I was going to say space sick, but I don't think that's the thing. But it's the problem, I feel like. I mean, this is it looks amazing, but I just feel like for some people somehow that looking out the window and seeing space is, gonna make them. Okay, never mind. It's just a really cool announcement that they made. People are expecting it to be pretty pricey, so expect that. Yeah, here's the room here. Here's what I was talking about. It looks like you're facing space, literally. One thing I'm confused here is the beds, what they look like. Like, are those gonna be the actual pillows and the actual, mattress part? Oh, I just noticed these. It looks like it's a bunk bed back here. In the back, there's a bunk bed. And there's a BB-8. I noticed this, though. There's the BB-8 light, which is really, really cool. I also like the backlights there with what looks like controls and stuff. But I just noticed the bunk beds. Literally just noticed them, and I think this is a fridge maybe. Then maybe back out of this image is an exit or the entrance to your room. Now here is the minivan, literally minivan. This will bring you anywhere to the park. I'm pretty sure you have to pay $20 though to get around on it. It's like Uber pretty much, but it's a mini. Like, look at how cool that is. It's literally mini, and it's a van. So that's why they called it the minivan service. And they mentioned how Disney World is roughly the size of San Francisco. So think of that. Disney World is pretty much a city, and I think it is a city. I'm pretty sure they had the government call them a city? I don't remember. But yeah, it's basically the size of San Francisco. Now, he mentioned how it's hard to get around a lot at parks on where you want to go. So now you got the minivan service, which is going to be, I mean, I think it already started off. But wouldn't that be cool to own that van? Like, just driving down a highway. Like, if they sold it at, like, a car dealer, that would be so cool. But anyways, let's move on. Now, this one, you're probably like, is this just the Skyway, basically? No, it's actually not. It actually kind of is, but they're doing a new thing with the Skyway. This is going to be another transportation-based thing. This will be going to every single park. Don't remember if it's going to the water parks. I don't believe so. But yeah, you can see here. It will be connected to Disney's Art of Animation, Pop Century, and Caribbean Beach Resorts. And of course, Disney's Hollywood Studios and Epcot. I believe it's also, I think it's just all 4 parks. So let's move on. But definitely, it's kind of funny that they're bringing back the Skyway, but I think it's really cool that they are. Really interested in seeing that whenever it gets released. Now look at this resort here. The 15th DVC, which is Disney's Vacation Club, is going to Walt Disney World again. This is going to be the Disney Rivera Resort. So basically, it's going to Disney World. It's going to be near Epcot. Yeah, I'm just basically going off what it says here. I don't usually say what it's saying, but guests staying at Rivera Resort will be able to reach Disney's Hollywood Studios and International Gateway to Epcot via the brand new Disney Skyliner, which is going to be a cool, which we mentioned just moments ago about the Disney Skyliner. And this was unexpected. Disney's cruise line fleet is growing. Now, they didn't announce the names of ship numbers 5 and 6, but they did announce something else. They are adding a 7th ship to the fleet, which is, I mean, I did not see this one coming at all. They are adding a 7th ship because their cruise line is doing so well right now. But one thing I was hoping forever after they mentioned the 7th cruise ship was maybe the possibility of them saying what was the names of the other 2 ships that are going to be done apparently between 2018 and 2023, I think. Yeah, somewhere between there. You know, Toy Story Land is opening next summer in Hollywood Studios. We thought it was coming in summer of 2019. That's what most people thought, until the announcement was made that it's starting to get close to completion. Well, not close to completion considering it's summer right now, but that they're doing really well with their work right now, and apparently it's opening next summer, so that's gonna be really cool. Again, it's kind of like one of those things, like the Star Wars Land name being announced, but here it is. And here's this too. Disney's California Adventure. This is Pixar. You can tell obviously it's Pixar. But they're renaming Paradise Pier to Pixar Pier. Now, obviously, cool announcement once again for people in Disneyland. As you can see, one thing. I mean, it looks. You can see a couple Toy Story stuff too, like the. No, that's not Toy Story. It's Bing Bong. Bing Bong is the character from Inside Out. Yeah, very funny. He's a funny guy. And then you have Toy Story Mania. That's just staying there, pretty much. But my question here is that since what's it called? California Screamin' has Paradise Pier sign on it. My question was, do they have to redo this whole entire sign to Pixar Pier? They would have the P, I guess. Paradise, yeah, they had the I. Whatever. But that's my thoughts on that, and I think it's cool for Disneyland California Adventure to get that kind of thing. Can't remember what this announcement was. Oh yeah. Let's see here. I can't remember what this one was. Doesn't look like Cars Land. I think this is Pixar Fest basically, so there will be a show down Main Street, USA for Disneyland. It's going to be called Pixar Fest. Don't know when it all happens. I think it's yearly, but let's just move on to the next thing. Yes, this is right. Now, the Disneyland park obviously seems like it's getting more with the amount of, what it's all getting. For Marvel, especially. Obviously, they're adding more and more Marvel stuff to the Disney's California Adventure Park. I don't have much to say about that. Let me think what else we missed here. I feel like there were more announcements. Because I think these are just the 12 amazing announcements, so I don't know if it's every single one. I'm just trying to think here if I missed anything. I remember there was something in Paris, but I don't think I'm going to talk about that. Oh yeah, I want to talk about things that they didn't mention. They didn't mention the new ending for Space Mountain as they ended their contract. I don't know what company. I don't remember what company it was. But they ended their contract, and most of the company is the end of the ride, which is also the back portion where you go backwards, where you go into the lights. But that was a very cool scene. But they ended the contract. It is unknown what's going to happen with the ride. Another thing they did not mention is Figment. Now, this one we were all waiting on. It was rumored to become a Inside Out ride, which we were just talking about. Just the Inside Out thing was what we were talking about, but not the ride portion. It was rumored to become a ride at Walt Disney World and replace Figment, but Figment is a main character of Epcot's park. They will play the theme song on the bus in a musical type of way, not just the regular Figment song. And he's also known just around the whole entire park, like I mentioned already. But another rumor was that a new Figment movie would be coming out where they currently play. I believe it's Pixar movies right now, where E.T. used to be, and as well as... No, it's not E.T. I don't remember. But it's right by Figment as well. Just wouldn't seem as exciting, but most of us were hoping for a possible announcement of the original ride to come back, which would have been cool for that to happen. And finally, the last thing I want to mention here is the possible two countries. Don't really have much to say on that, but people were expecting at least 2 countries to be announced for the Epcot So yeah, I think that's all I have today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and tell me your opinions on D23. Thank you. Bye bye.